Nobody wants to see what they've got to offer. Turn the other cheek immediately and say a prayer. Help! This person thinks somebody's looking at him, but ain't nobody looking at him at all. This person had the nerve to walk out of the house today wearing something that was not appropriate for their style. And they think that you had the nerve they got the nerve to think that you wanted to see it. The answer is no, you didn't. But because you have eyes, and because this person doesn't realize that they're also a person, especially if they're in the same area as you. What they didn't understand is that sooner or later, you were going to have to see them, especially if they put themselves in your eyesight. Or if you want to get fancy, peripheral. This person didn't even think for 1 second that you wouldn't want to see them. They thought, matter of fact, they assumed, they figured that you would want to check out that figure. They saw that you would want to take a look, but you didn't at all. Why? Because you didn't have any interest in whatever they had going on in the first place. You were just chilling and enjoying yourself like you're supposed to. But this individual, for whatever reason, thought they had something that somebody wanted to see. But did they? No. Nobody wanted to see that. Not even them. That's why they halfway looked out the mirror before they left home. All right? But what some people don't get or understand is that just because you're looking in their direction, it doesn't mean they're looking at you. And I know with the type of content that I create and the channel that I have, coming from me sounds crazy as I don't know what. But guess what? There's a difference between people watching. All right, there's a difference between taking a look. There's a difference between seeing a person. You have eyes, somebody's going to be there. You are going to potentially see them. All right? But, gotta keep your head on the swivel out here. Plus, I think they're doing some chemical dust type stuff. I don't know what's going on out here. You never know. All right? But there are some people who automatically assume just because you look at them or just because you see them or just because they are in your eyesight that you're really like examining them or looking at them or studying them for something, or if you want to keep it real, checking them out. No, all right? Not everybody that looks at you is checking you out. Not everybody that looks at you likes you. Not everybody that looks at you is interested in you. Not everybody that looks at you is even thinking about you or even sees you for that matter. All right, but there are some people, who automatically tend to just think that you're looking at them. And I understand that, all right? But there are some people, maybe it's some type of condition. Maybe it's just the way certain people think. But other than that, if you're somebody who has weird things happen to you that you can't explain, like you're targeted, you're a TI, all right? If you're a TI, then you understand that you're going to have strange things happen to you. People are going to look at you. People are going to see you, all right, a little bit more than you would like or be interested in. And it is what it is with that, all right? So we understand what it feels like or what it may be like to have people look at you for unnecessary periods of time. Earlier today, I was taking care of some business, and a person was being weird. All right, a person was stalking, person was watching, person was paying attention to me more than necessary. And there's certain things that happen. I could be right, I could be wrong. It could be PTSD from some things that I actually have experienced. All right, but I'm pretty sure that this could have been something, because people tend to have things that they do when they're doing something towards you, or when they're trying to get your attention. They tend to have ways that they do that. It's not just an everyday, regular, normal occurrence. The things that they do are weird. They behave weirdly. They behave strangely. All right. Everybody want to be nosy. They do things that are unnecessary just to either try to like provoke you or get your attention, or to try to get you to notice them. All right. So there's a difference between someone just either seeing you or you being around someone versus someone actually looking at you. And I'm not even really talking about no TI stuff right now. I just wanted to bring that up because it may sound weird for someone to hear me discuss what I'm talking about, but I have a channel pretty much about certain things. So if you have already watched my channel, that may clear up some things. But there are people who automatically assume that you're looking at them. I just wanted to clear that up because some people may be like, oh, well, that's what you do. I know there's probably still going to be some people that think that, but I don't care, because all the TIs that know what I'm talking about, even if you're not one and you're aware of what a TI is, then you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, there are people who will just straight out the gate think that you're interested in them, or you like them, or they think you want them. And me personally, I'm just giving my opinion on it. I think that's really weird. All right. I think it's really weird for you to automatically think or assume that someone wants you. All right. The person shows signs, like if their behavior is weird, if they don't just see you and then keep it moving. I mean, I'm not here to judge. I just don't understand how you could form that type of opinion within that short period of time. If someone sticks around, if someone keeps walking past you, all right, if someone keeps getting in your way, you keep going in the aisle, this person keeps walking past you, not even picking up nothing, like certain just weird things, all right, that I could understand where a person could raise an eyebrow, be like, that's strange. That is some different behavior right there. You know, no one normally does that. No one usually does that. But for just to see a person within a second or in a minute, me personally, yo, here come the noise. All right, me personally, I wouldn't just, it may be weird. All right, you know, people, other person you don't know, never seen the person before. Ooh, you don't know them, different, weird. You know, somebody you never saw or met before. I get it. But if you're like not even interacting with that person, and that person not even interacting with you, then that person is possibly, or more than likely, probably just enjoying themselves, focused on themselves, checking out the scenery. And I apologize for my voice if you guys can't hear me. All right, I'm getting healthier. So yeah, my health is currently in a state of improvement right now. All right, if you can hear me, all right, my health is currently in a state of improvement right now. So that's something that I don't personally think a person. I don't personally think that's a conclusion a person should come to, but everybody has their own mind. People are going to think the way they want. People are going to want to live in the reality and the world that they want. But there's just a world that some people create for themselves. And I know this probably sounds nuts, but hey, we don't care. All right. There are people who just tend to think that everybody wants them. There are people who tend to think that because of the circumstances or the dynamic between you and them, that you would automatically want them or be looking at them or be interested in them. And I'm here to tell you today that that's just not so. That's just not the case. Everybody, I'm well aware Everybody that looks at me does not want me. Everybody that looks at me is not interested in me. Everybody that sees me could possibly care less if I even exist. All right, I mean that's just a real matter of facts. When it comes to this, that's just a matter of facts. All right, there are people who will walk past you and not even see you, hear you, or acknowledge you, or even act like you're there, and that's okay, as long as they're not bothering you, long as they're not constantly, hovering over you or harassing you or no weirdo stuff like that. It is what it is. People have the power and the choice to make decisions and do whatever it is they want. All right? People have the power, the choice, and the decision to do whatever it is they want. But you have some people who automatically think that somebody's looking at them, or automatically think somebody's worried about them. And it's interesting. It is extremely interesting, because some people, everybody's supposed to be positive. All right, everybody's supposed to feel good about themselves. But I mean, some of the behavior that other people, like the type of behavior that you receive on the opposite end of this, like as the person who is the person that the other person thinks is looking at them, like they behave quite strange. Like, I don't even really behave that strange. And when the TI stuff happens, I peep it. I see what's going on. But that's a whole nother type of behavior right there. That's to act threatened in a non-threatening presence, or to act like there's an issue or a problem, or to act like you're afraid in a situation to where there's no threat, or where there should be no fear, or where a person's not causing a problem. That's weird, and it's awkward, and it's strange. For a person to act like there is an issue when there's not an issue, that's a problem. But when a person's actually causing a problem and there is an issue, and that person's just making that aware, there's nothing wrong with that, because there's something actually happening there. There's something actually taking place. Somebody's being weird. So somebody is either harassing or stalking, and we make light of this, to laugh at it, but we make jokes about this so we can stay lighthearted and stay happy and keep a smile on our face. But this stuff is actually real. There are people who actually harass people who actually watch people unnecessarily, people who actually put evil eyes on you and want to make you feel uncomfortable and project curses and witchcraft and all types of negative spells onto you. And that's why you got to stay prayed up and do unto others as you want done unto you, and make your ways please the Lord, so that even if you have enemies, they can find ways to be at peace with you, type thing. It's a lot that you have to do with your mind when you have people trying to wage psychological warfare on it. All right, and it's really not as complex, as some people may think. It's just as much as certain things that happen to certain individuals when they're out and about that don't happen to other people. These types of behaviors don't happen to everybody. Just as a sidebar to educate some people on to things that happen to TIs. All right. So if somebody is not stalking or harassing you, for that to actually be a thing, like, there are people, I guess, who actually want to be harassed, or actually who want to be followed, or people who actually want that type of behavior to occur in their reality, which is wild to me, because most people they want it to stop. They don't want it to keep happening. They just want to have a normal reality, a normal life, a normal existence. They just want to live their life and go about their day. But for somebody to take time out their life and to actually try to make it seem like you were interested in them, or you were looking at them, or you want them, like, that's weird. That'll make you turn around and go the other way. Like, What's up? What's going on here? All right. If somebody is pursuing a person and the person is showing disinterest or a person is dissatisfied, then that's something totally different. All right. If somebody is not interested and you have somebody that keeps going after that person, that's low key, if not full blown stalker right there. All right. But for somebody to just go about, and the thing is, like this is just a light case. There are serious cases like this to where the person who's actually acting like there's a problem will possibly do some following or like follow you around. All right, a lot of people aren't the most mature when it comes to others that they either like or are interested in or want attention from, and it's just people, everybody is uncomfortable when it comes to certain things. Some people are more comfortable at other things, so there are going to be people who behave like that, and I tend to not really be bothered by it. I just find it interesting for some of those that do it and that think I'm interested. You know, that's the most interesting part about it. It's like you actually think I'm interested, and I find myself paying attention to myself more because there are people who actually think someone like myself is automatically going to look at them. You know, they automatically think that we are going to look at them, and that's why you'll have people like that's why certain people behave strangely around other people, because it's like they're automatically programmed to think or know or believe that you're going to be interested in them, or they automatically know how you're going to behave. This is why certain people, and not just TIs, this is why certain people have to carry themselves a certain way and behave a certain way, because they automatically assume and think that you're going to be looking at them or be interested in them or behave a certain way in the first place. So when you go to proving them wrong and you just are focused and you're behaving how you're supposed to and you're paying attention to yourself and your mind and your business, maybe it's a situation to where, you know, they can't believe it. Maybe it's a situation to where they're not used to someone like yourself and they're so intrigued because you're not even interested that they have to try to cause some type of problem or trouble. Who knows? All right, ask Emmett Till. Anyway, I really just go about my day, and I really just enjoy the time that I have to myself, and just to go about life in a positive way, a way that I would like to, a way that I want to, a way that works out for me. And I hope that you're doing the same thing for yourself. Go about your life in a way that works out for you. Don't put too much interest or don't put too much effort or attention on people's behavior, all right? Only to the point to where if it's bothering you, you obviously have to figure out a way to combat that and fix that and work on yourself, so that way your mind could be at peace. But if you can already compartmentalize your thoughts to a certain degree to where you're unbothered and unaffected, then kudos to you, and keep on doing that. You don't have to be immature back and be overly disinterested. If you're already disinterested, trust me, they know it. If you're already not interested, trust me, they know it. Thirsty as hell. Thirsty as hell. You can tell by the way people hold their phone. Thirsty as hell. All right. They have to try to get like there are other levels of this program and this matrix where they got to try to do a. But we'll say that for another video. But you already know. All right. Stalkers behave a certain type of way, and you could almost tell just by like how they behave, their body language, how they walk, and it's like it's certain things that once you experience it and once you see it enough, once you see it and once you experience it enough, and you could just tell by the way that they're behaving that the behavior is aimed toward you, or they're behaving that way to try to get you to react. Or you can tell when people are behaving in a way to try to get you to react. There are different programs for different TIs, and there's different levels of stalking for different situations, different types of individuals, different people. And once you see enough of how they're dealing with you, you can pick up on it like that. All right, so not to get too much on that, but you know, it is what it is when you are who you are. All right, so especially if you deal with the level of especially if you deal with the level of harassment that certain TIs do. All right, but besides that, all right, this video really isn't about that. I just have to, you know, touch on certain things that I'm discussing in the video, of course, just so nobody is left out or doesn't understand what is being talked about. But some people are more mature than others when it comes to how they interact with people, and you will have just certain people, the behavior that they have towards you, it possibly means something else. All right, this person's probably more than likely interested in you, but you're not showing any interest in them, so they could possibly be upset about that. They could possibly be a narcissist. They could possibly, you know, be the type of person that is attention thirsty and wants all of it to themselves and feel some type of way because they feel you're ignoring them, when in all actuality you're just enjoying yourself, paying attention to yourself. Some people feel that they deserve a certain level of respect from the people that they come in contact with, and that causes them to want other people to look at them, talk to them, treat them a certain way. And when you don't behave that way to them, I like to call that rolling out the red carpet. You don't give them the type of treatment they feel they deserve. Some people get to behaving strange, and it could be that. It could be a number of things, but whatever the reason is, you're not interested. All right. Excuse me. Whatever the reason is, you're not really into this person like that. All right. And some people go about trying to make others be interested in them. And if you're not interested in them, some people can even go about trying to make you interested in them. People are nosy as hell. All right. Some people could even go about that. That's some old witchcraft stuff. Some people can go about trying to make you feel like you're interested in them when you ain't. Yo, when you ain't. Some people try to make you feel like you're interested in them when you ain't. All right, you're not even interested in them, but they would like you to, or they think you are, or they feel you should be. All right, there's a certain thing as status in this world today, and the people who feel that they may have a higher status than you, if they find themselves either interested in you or realize that your status is still higher than them, regardless of their material possessions, regardless of their status or what they have or what they've acquired, then they could also start to get jealous or feel some type of way. So they could try to make you, feel bad about yourself or do certain things to want you to make you not feel yourself like you normally would, because everybody has an ego, and if you're not, let's just put it this way: everybody has an ego, and everybody has a level of confidence. And without your ego getting out of control, if you control it, you can make it so you have a certain level of confidence, and there are people who see currency, see confidence, things that you have internally as currency, and what they try to do is they try to cover up how they feel inside, like Kanye West said, all right, early in his career. They try to cover up how they feel inside with all these things externally, because they don't have what you possess internally. That's that God in you, all right? That's that power and presence of God in you, all right? That's the whole reason why you have these type of experiences in the first place. That's your light, all right? So you'll have people who will either see that or be attracted to it and want you to, you know, be attracted to them back. Or maybe it's not that, maybe it's just another reason. Maybe somebody's just acting weird to you and you just are picking up what I'm putting down and feeling where I'm coming from just because of that fact alone, all right? But that's pretty much it for this video. I have some other things that I want to talk about, so I'll be doing some other videos. I'll be going live to let you guys know what's been going on with me, just as far as certain things, but it ain't really, it's nothing really serious. I've been taking care of business as usual. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for watching, commenting, hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing my videos, and I appreciate everybody supporting my channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.